Thank you. America's Morning Headquarters has you covered into the mid-morning hours. Jen Carfagno and Alex Wallace are here with a look at what's coming up at 9 a.m. There's a lot going on.
I mean, yes, in the weather, you guys are talking about it, the flooding, the lake effect, snowfall, but how about how all of that is affecting what you eat?
Huh. I'm intrigued.
Absolutely. Yes.
How is it affecting us?
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Yes,
or?
yes. I mean, it goes back to extreme temperatures, floods, drought, all putting a strain on your wallet. And these weather events are driving up food prices across the country.
I mean, we all see it. We go to the grocery store, right? And we're going to take a look at what is being done to fix this growing problem overall, and also highlight some of the measures
Crawfish.
Mud, what are they?
Mud bugs.
Is that what you call them? What do you call them?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Do you guys eat crawfish?
Yes, and this is very concerning that it might be a problem.
You're a no to
I've never had a crawfish. Yeah.
You haven't? You've never been when they pour it on the table?
I see it, and then I'm like,
would you
guys
try
have
it, or you're
I'll
not?
try it. Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
I'll try it.
I probably have to peel them for them.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea. With you through the mid-morning hours to get you ready for the big events in your neighborhood.
The Weather Channel has you covered from coast to coast.
Well, today we're talking about spending time in your backyard. So let's have a look at some backyard animations here. I spy some snow.
It's not animation. That's for real.
I mean, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, it
like
is.
I'm trying to convince myself this can't be for real, but it is.
Yeah.
Oh
Gotta
my
wait
gosh.
till the vernal equinox to get the snow.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's
Yeah.
piling up. How about that?
It still is. We still got the snow flying around out there. By the way, I love that satellite that we had at the beginning of the show.
I was mesmerized.
Yes. I mean, yesterday was the day. I guess today still is, where you kind of equal daylight.
Wow, and you can see the hurricanes moving. Oh, did you see that? Oh my gosh,
so many
there's
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, Jen's
Yeah,
onto
seriously, it could
something
be.
there.
It could be a show. But we do have a lot to cover for you, including the snowfall that is happening here in New York today.
Yeah, and we're jetting off in today's big
Improve
deal.
a bit through the day on Sunday, but still, I mean, breezy out there. 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts are possible, and you'll see all those blossoms flying through the air. It'll be one of those circumstances where sometimes you think, wait a minute, is that snow? Is that, what
Right.
is that? No, it's just the cherry blossoms.
Yeah. Kind of sucks, right? We got the nice bloom, and then
I
now they're
know.
going to get blown around out there.
I feel like every year, though, this becomes a challenge, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't know, this how nature goes, Well, coming up, we're going to talk more about winters and how they're changing.
Yeah, warmer winters, right?
We're asking you, are you concerned about extreme weather and food, and which ones?
Well, Mike chimes in and says, hey, lobster.
Crawfish.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, other crustaceans as well, like crabs also have had some extreme weather issues over the years.
Yeah, I mean, so many other things, right? We were also talking about cereal and how that is becoming crazy
Yes.
in terms of how much they cost.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were looking at just the ingredients. Rice has had extreme weather issues. Chocolate has had extreme weather issues. Grapes and wine. Need I go on?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah,
I could.
We literally could.
Blueberries. I mean, there's such a long list. We were thinking of making that a poll for today, is to choose which one, but the list is so
long.
extensive.
We didn't have enough choices to put and populate in the poll. Yeah.
Potatoes. I could keep going. Did I mention olives?
Oh my goodness.
I'll stop right
We
there.
could do without the olives. I'm good with that. I'm joking.
Well, you can go to Threads, send us your comments, and share your pics and video with us using the hashtag YesTV.
Well, Jen is back, and so we couldn't miss out.
Well, space, I suppose,
I
is
guess it's
limitless.
pretty.
What's impressive to me is that it
They
works.
don't right and they don't just
It works.
run into each other. It's just it is amazing out there. But 5,000. Wow.
A photographer I know brought a Starlink satellite with him, just in case, always had it, needed it on the shoot.
Wow.
And it all worked.
Amazing. Well, from short trips to long vacations, farmers in the South are working overtime to protect crops from a late freeze as spring officially begins.
And that's one of the frequent challenges for America's farmers, battling extreme temperature swings, floods, and drought, all driven by climate change. And we feel the effects every time we go to the grocery store out to eat with higher prices for food.
Now, NBC News national climate reporter Chase Kane talked with the chief scientist for the U.S. Department of Agriculture about the growing problem and what they're doing about it.
You can see it.
Wow, just amazing. You start hearing some of the numbers of the crop losses. It's not like 10, 15%. No, we're talking 90% of some of these crops being lost.
It struck me just how widespread it was, too, with the map. The map was nearly covered, at least in some extent, by like a version of color. Not the worst, but at least,
Something,
some impact everywhere. All right, well, coming up next hour, families along the Gulf winter.
The lakes wide open. I mean,
They've been
is there
all winter.
any ice on these lakes? You're really helping to fuel some of the snow that's been flying around these Great Lake waters.
You know, what's interesting is we haven't had more lake effect or lake enhanced snow.
Right.
It hasn't been, the air
because
hasn't been that cold.
We've had the open waters, but we haven't had the cold coming across them.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yes. So, well, we've got that look out there today. Oh, by the way, I did want to mention this. Veronica, thank you. Our weather producer Veronica put this on for me. They're doing a statewide drill for tornadoes today in Ohio at 9:50. So right about now, I believe we're close to it. We're like 30 seconds away. So I didn't want you to be surprised.
Yes, don't
if
be
you
alarmed.
hear sirens. Yes.
You're like, wait a minute, what's happening?
Yeah.
Just a test.
You're right.
All right, well, let's talk about what else we'll be facing. And you notice what we've got right now is, well, snow shower activity here through the afternoon. We'll keep that going here again in and around the lakes, driving across these zones. And it's going to be a bit breezy, too.
Yes, and so it's going to have that blustery, wintry, almost like a kind of more February feel to the air than March. Although March, I mean, this is not untypical for March.
Right, exactly. This is not like unheard of stuff that we're finding. Now, as far as how much it's going to get a chance to add up out there for you, this is what's to come through tomorrow morning. Not a whole lot. I mean, in the areas here, maybe 1 to 3 inches, and elevation is going to play a big role in who maybe sees a little bit more than just the grassy surfaces.
Right, and so, you know, it's not a ton of snow to be shoveling, et cetera, but it is snow to remind us that, you know, we can get it, and we can get bigger snowstorms in March too. So it's another one coming through this weekend. We'll be talking more about that.
Things getting busy and busy in the winter department, but also, Dr. Postel, in the severe thunderstorm department.
Yeah, the Southern Plains to south.
We are here with you through the mid-morning hours to get you ready for the big events in your neighborhood.
The Weather Channel has you covered from coast to coast.
Yeah, and yesterday we asked you how you like to spend your time in the backyard. But today, you're going to have to stay indoors in some locations where it's just too wintry. How about this? Western New York. Well, would you want to garden or grill with snow coming down like that?
But I would walk out. I cannot come in, actually. When it's snowing like beautifully like this, I just go outside, stand, look around.
Just enjoy the that quietness of the snow.
Yeah. I used to, growing up in the Northeast, I used to go on cross-country skis at night when it was snowing like this. It was just so much fun.
Oh, under a full moon?
Yeah, it was great.
Look at us getting all excited about snow in March, which usually you don't, because I know, like, it sits differently this year, doesn't it?
You just haven't had it. So when you see it now, it's like, yay!
Some places are running like near record deficits. You know, we'll see how it all ends up because we're not done completely with winter.
Nope.
But right now we are running at a record pace in many cases for the least snowy winters.
Yes.
Today, so we're jetting off into the big deal where let's have a look at